Just when you thought Panasonic was making a comeback with their TVs here in the US, they pulled a plot twist worthy of a season finale. Time for an eCoustics soundbite. Legendary Japanese brand Panasonic has announced a major partnership with Chinese TV giant Skyworth starting April 2026. Translation: Panasonic is essentially handing over the manufacturing, sales, and logistics of its TVs in markets like the US, while still lending its expertise to keep picture quality up to snuff. Why the change? Because the modern TV market has basically become a Game of Thrones battle between Samsung, LG, TCL, Hisense, and everyone else, where scale, pricing, pressure, and supply chains matter almost as much as picture quality. The idea is that Skyworth brings massive manufacturing muscle, while Panasonic contributes its decades of AV know-how. The same beloved brand that once ruled the plasma TV era like Ned Stark, but we all know how that ended. But don't worry, Panasonic says it's still involved in development and quality control, especially for the high-end OLED models. So the hope is you'll still get that signature Panasonic image, just built in with a little extra help from overseas. In other words, Panasonic isn't leaving the TV business, it's just outsourcing the heavy lifting while supervising like a modern helicopter parent. Okay folks, today we're talking about something truly irresistible from a company up until now was only known for their visual displays. And no, this isn't some random white woman model wearing the latest ear candy that impairs your hearing. Quite the opposite. These are the brand spanking new TCL CrystalClip open ear earbuds. So you know what that means. Time for another eCoustics soundbite. TCL's CrystalClip open ear earbuds clip on like that one weird earring you lost in 1994 when attempting to follow the styling choices of LL Cool J, but just wanted something even bigger? The only difference is TCL's clip-on earbuds stay on thanks to a titanium arched bridge that somehow knows how to hug your ear without giving you the eventual feeling like it's your mom's death grip pincher fingers dragging you aside for mouthing off to the neighbors again. And these are in the open ear style, so you can jam to music or podcasts and still hear important sounds like your partner asking why you haven't folded your laundry after washing those clothes 3 days ago. They've got up to 36 hours of battery life, which means they'll outlast your current situationship, and honestly, with clearer communication. They also do 3D spatial audio and enhanced bass, so yes, you'll notice the true weight of every bass drop. Gotta get them frequency gains, son. But wait, there's a fancy version. A Swarovski Crystal Special Edition. Because nothing says I need premium audio like sparkling ear accessories that you can also clip onto your bag, hat, or hair, and impress everyone you drive by trying to find a parking spot at Trader Joe's. The standard version is about €79 or roughly $90 US, but if you want crystal bling, plan on spending about €149 or about $175 US. That's right, you're paying more for style than audio, but hey, at least it'll catch that sunlight like no other while on the deck of your yacht. In summary, stylish, comfy, and social sound friendly, TCL's CrystalClip earbuds might just be the future of streaming on the go, or the future of tech disguised as ear bling. Apple just unveiled something pretty shocking, a MacBook that doesn't cost the same as a Honda Civic. Time for another eCoustics soundbite. It's called the MacBook Neo and it starts at just $599, making it the most affordable MacBook Apple has ever released. Like, in ever. The Neo packs a 13-inch liquid retina display, a 1080p webcam, Magic Keyboard, and up to 16 hours of battery life, all wrapped in Apple's classic aluminum design. Now available in colors like blush, indigo, silver, and this eye-popping yellow called Citrus, in partnership with LaCroix. If only. But here's the twist. Instead of Apple's usual M-series chips, the Neo runs on the A18 Pro, the same chip used in recent iPhones, meaning your laptop now technically has the same brain as the phone you might have in your hand right now. To hit that $599 price point, Apple trimmed a few things. No Thunderbolt ports, no MagSafe, and only 8 GB of RAM. But the goal is clear. Compete with Chromebooks and budget Windows laptops in schools and entry-level markets. Not with your devs or content creators needing all that extra power to create the next virtual trend. So yes, Apple did make their cheapest MacBook ever, which means somewhere in Cupertino, Apple executives are salivating at the possibility of dominating the educational market with school contracts. Cha-ching. Paramount seems to have walked away as the winner of a long-running high-stakes bidding war for Warner Bros. Discovery after Netflix withdrew from the competition. Warner's board determined Paramount's latest cash offer, reportedly about $31 per share, to be a superior model under the terms of its agreement with Netflix, giving Netflix a chance to counter. Netflix's leadership ultimately declined to raise its bid, calling the higher price no longer financially attractive, and chose to walk away. As a result, Paramount's bid now stands to acquire the entirety of Warner Bros. Discovery, including the iconic film and TV studios, HBO and HBO Max streaming businesses, cable networks like CNN, and a vast content library. And winning the bidding war is only the beginning. Paramount must now navigate regulatory review, which could take months, and address significant strategic and financial challenges. Because Warner Bros. Had previously committed to Netflix, Paramount is expected to pay a termination fee of roughly $2.8 billion to Netflix to close out that agreement. And Netflix benefits from this exit as its stock jumped, and it walks away with a large cash payment, even as it stays focused on investing in its core streaming business. On the Paramount side, the acquisition massively alters the entertainment landscape by consolidating two historic media companies under one roof. But it brings a heavy debt load and integration questions. The combined company would control some of Hollywood's most valuable content, from blockbuster franchises to cable news, which raises industry speculation about future cost cuts, operational restructuring, and how regulators will view potential consolidation of studios, streaming, and news outlets. And let's not forget that on the Paramount side of things, despite Jared Kushner's private equity firm Affinity Partners withdrawing their bid from this merger back in December of 2025, there are still concerns about the influence of foreign funds, including those from Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states, that still may be at play here. But that's no cause for concern. It just means that the next Dune movie will now be filmed on location against the stunning ultra-modern backdrop of Dubai, sponsored by Emirates. Fly better. Qobuz says hell no to AI-generated music, so strap in for another eCoustics soundbite. French music streamer Qobuz just announced its launching of a kind of AI bouncer for its music streaming catalog, a proprietary AI detection system designed to sniff out synthetic songs like a bloodhound at Coachella, because once AI gets an ego, we're all screwed. Under this new plan, tracks that are 100% cooked up by algorithms, no humans involved, not even a disgruntled session bass player, will get tagged across the app. That way, when you're scrolling for fresh tunes, you won't accidentally come across a cover of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit being sung by a Vocaloid. But that's not all. Qobuz is doubling down on real humans, actual people, to curate playlists, editorial picks, and recommendations, because apparently they've never met an AI they liked. They'll even exclude suspicious streams from royalty payouts, because nothing says respect for artists like not paying a bot for its questionable jazz fusion. And Qobuz is serious. They promise they'll never let AI generate music in their catalog, replace human curators with robot overlords, or use listener data to feed external AI data centers. Basically, they want music to stay human-powered, not humanity's USB-powered equivalent. All of this comes with a warning about how AI could cost real artists billions if left unchecked. In Qobuz's take, we don't want a world where every playlist sounds like it was made by the same confused robot. Challenge accepted, Qobuz. Ladies and gentlemen, in news that proves branding departments left unsupervised can only lead to the very best of ideas, Spotify has teamed up with Liquid Death to create a Bluetooth urn. Yes, an urn with a speaker in it. So you know what that means? This is another eCoustics soundbite. It's called the Eternal Playlist Urn, and it lets your favorite songs play from beyond the grave, because nothing says rest in peace like blasting Metallica from a death cylinder. The lid has a built-in Bluetooth speaker so your loved ones can gather around your ashes while your personal playlist shuffles indefinitely. Imagine the priest saying a few final words and then suddenly, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire." Ooh. At least grandma would have wanted it that way anyway. If you're not sure what music defines your eternal vibe, Spotify also launched an eternal playlist generator to help you craft the perfect afterlife soundtrack, because even heaven is run by algorithms these days for obvious reasons. You gotta act fast though, because only 150 of these urns exist, which means they are limited edition. That's right, even in death, there's a drop culture. So if you've ever thought, when I go, I want to haunt my family, but with better bass response, congratulations, your time has come. Literally. Golf just got an audiophile upgrade, coming at you with another eCoustics soundbite. Legendary hi-fi brand Technics has been named the official audio, headphones, and earbuds partner of the PGA Tour and PGA Tour champions in an all-new multi-year deal running through 2029. And they're not just slapping a logo on a golf cart or allowing the players to better tune out the hecklers in the crowd with excellent noise-canceling tech. On the contrary, they're rolling out something called Technics Sound Deck, where fans can literally listen in on the real-time conversations between golfers and their caddies while they're kneeling down and making it seem like something important is going on. One would think it's whispered mumblings about trajectory, wind speed, or how the grass feels that day. But now you don't need to wonder. You can hear the true back-and-forth dialogue.
Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo.
I knew it! Fans at select events will get to wear Technics headphones and hear that strategy unfold live. But only if you're on Santa's good list. But beyond that, PGA attendees can demo the company's premium earbuds and hi-fi gear on display. So yes, while golf is still a relatively quiet sport, now you'll finally get to hear any meltdowns in glorious high-fidelity audio.
Are you too good for your home?
And that's an eCoustics soundbite.